Well, hello everyone. Welcome to round 10 here on the My Team career mode for the Flocking Geese, F123. And you join us for part 1 here at Austria for the Austrian session, round 10. So part 1 is the sprint race, and part 2 is the actual Grand Prix itself. We are practiced and qualified, and for the third time in a row now, we are going to be starting from P1, like we have done with Spain and Canada. Are we seeing the return of the old Goose from F122? It looks like it, doesn't it? But let's not get ahead of ourselves. Let's not celebrate just yet. We have two important races to do: sprint race, and then afterwards it's the home Grand Prix for the Goose in Silverstone. But until then, let's get part 1 out of the way and let's get in there.
Welcome to today's sprint. This is shaping up to be another fantastic weekend. Let's run you through the driver grid order for today's exciting sprint. Goose lines up on pole position, and Lewis Hamilton completes the front row. Considering the rest of the grid, we have Verstappen, Leclerc, Russell, Perez, Sainz, Fernando Alonso, Norris, Joe, Ocon, Gasly, Bottas, Oscar Piastri, Tsunoda, Hulkenberg, Stroll, Albon, Magnussen, Sargent, De Vries and Callum Williams. And with preparations almost complete, let's head trackside for today's sprint.
And let's not waste time, everybody. The 5 red lights are counting down for the 12-lap sprint race here in Austria, as we are in the 50% session, and we're off. And the Goose gets another excellent start ahead of Hamilton and Verstappen, Leclerc. Here comes Russell, Perez, sorry. And the Goose is off! He's off! He's flocked, look at him! Going to the second corner. Hamilton's catching up though, and so is the whining Dutchman himself, Verstappen. And here comes Russell from P4 and Leclerc. There's a green flag out. There must have been contact going into turn 3. That's always a bit of a risky corner there for contact to be made. And Jesus, the qualifying practice sessions were just insane. This Goose just fucking did one. Unfortunately, as a consequence, we do have a park firmly rules are in effect, and we cannot change the MGUH. Which, if you don't know, I'll talk to you about it later, but Hamilton and Verstappen are trying to get ahead of the Goose here. As we go into the second lap, they tried, and we get the fastest lap, 1 minute 11. That was faster than our qualifying. That was faster than the qualifying lap. Wait, like, what, a second? Yeah, as you can see, the turbocharger as well, but mostly the MGUH. We can't change that now. So we have to live with it for both the sprint and the Grand Prix, which is going to be a bit problematic, really. Mostly with the overheating side of things. But I'm sure we shall persevere. This car has performed many miracles in the past, as you've seen in F122 and in Spain this year. So who knows what will happen? But what is happening is that we are literally getting ahead now. Hamilton's a second behind us, followed by the whining Dutchman himself, Verstappen, followed by Kingsley's #1 driver and ultimate ladies man, George Russell, and Monaco madman, Charles Leclerc. I believe Perez is in P6. No! It's Carlos Sainz. Followed by Norris and Perez in P8. And oh my, 1 minute 8.
You can use it when you're within 1 second of the car ahead and in the DRS zone.
1 minute 8 seconds. Hang on, why did they say 1 minute 11 was our fastest in quad? No, it wasn't. No, it wasn't, you liar. My memory's all over the place at the moment. I do apologise, but never mind. Lap 3 now of the sprint race. We still have the fastest lap, and Verstappen has taken over position 2. Russell's still P4 and Leclerc's still P5. Literally the front eight racers. So as well as the top 5, you also got Sainz, Norris, and Perez, and we've all just left the other racers behind. And Callan Williams is not last, our teammate, as I've just seen there on the bottom left screen. Hamilton, the Mercedes are having a civil war with each other. They're having a sibling match. There's a sibling fight going on between Hamilton and Russell, and for the 3rd time we've set the fastest lap. 1 minute 8 seconds from 1:49. You're a bit wide there into the first corner. And Carlos Sainz takes over his teammate, Charles Leclerc, as he now takes position 5, Carlos Sainz does. Smooth operator from Spain. God, this is a bit of an intense one. We're all 4 laps in, so that's 1/3 into the sprint race already, people. And we're 2.5 seconds in front of Verstappen. Goose Lord, man. This Goose is on a mission. This is yeah, I mean, I really cannot explain it. It almost feels like Spain all over again. This dominance and aggression. We tried that with Canada, and well, look what happened there. But anyway, lap 5 now. Yeah, not really much happened really. We're just dominating at the moment. We go into the 3rd corner now. The tricky braking section of turn 3. I mean, you do have the advantage that it is on a hill, so the brakes are more easier to. Because you are going up a hill, so you get to brake easier. But no, 2.7 seconds in front of Verstappen. That is saying something. Yeah, so Verstappen is, I think he's around 2 seconds in front of Russell. And he is, you could just see him there on the mini-map. He is trying to keep up with us, and he is. He's just approaching the 2-second marker behind us. And we're at the lap 6. So yeah. Just pure domination here from the Goose. Obviously, we need to keep an eye on the MGU-H, the heating components, just in case if it decides to do one. And we're almost 3 seconds in front of Verstappen. A bit of a message has been sent there to Red Bull from the flocking geese, right here. You're not the only one that can go fast, Verstappen. You're not the only one. And we were too close to that wall there. Lap 7 now, we're halfway through the sprint race. The 50% session sprint race, might I add. And this is incredible. We are 3 seconds now in 3 seconds in front of Verstappen, who is at P2. What is this? What is this madness? The Goose has literally just gone up a gear. He's fed up. He wants to, if he's got to carry the team, he's got to carry the team. And oh, we go off into the gravel. That's going to invite Verstappen to take advantage of that and catch up. And he is actually, slightly.
That's just 5 laps of fuel remaining.
Well, that's good. Anyway, moving on into lap 8. That's 2/3 now into the Grand. No, that's part 2, TK. It's the sprint race. Don't get ahead of yourself. Yeah, obviously, being on the gravel has invited Verstappen to take advantage of this. We go a bit too braked a bit too late there into the turn 3. This gives Verstappen a bit of time to catch up. Not too much though, as he's still 2.5 seconds behind us. Coming up to almost 3 seconds behind us now. And there's a yellow flag. Caution.
Green flag.
No, green flag. Something's happened. Perez takes position 5. Carlos Sainz has dropped back. I don't know why. Oh, there's your answer. He's out. The man who took pole position from us in the sprint race in F1 2022, who overtook us in the wet weather in last year's sprint race, has now retired. Oh boy, poor Carlos Sainz. Yeah, not an excellent start to the Austria for Austrian weekend for Carlos Sainz, and we are now 3/4 of the way through now on lap number 9. So it's the updated standings for the top 5. So well, it's Verstappen P2, Russell P3, Hamilton P4, and Perez in P5. Still leading Verstappen by about 2 seconds, which is still pretty impressive. Oh no, here we go. Perez has lost position 5. Oh, he's fighting with Leclerc. He's fighting with Leclerc for position 5, and there was a bit of a rivalry between Russell and Hamilton there. Russell maintains position 3, and we're in the yellow flag session as Carlos Sainz has retired into the gravel. Now we can go back to racing conditions again. Verstappen is catching up now. Slightly, but he's catching up. And there we go into the grass and off into off the track there for a bit as we overcook the two corners. I need to say something else then. He's now under 2 seconds behind us.
Let's try to keep mileage on it to a minimum.
And the turbocharger is starting to, just like the MGU-H, we are losing the turbocharger. Not good. And because of Parc Fermé, we cannot change it, and if we do change it, we will get penalties, which we cannot afford. We'll have to change them at the end of the Grand Prix, which we will do. So by Silverstone, the British Grand Prix, our home Grand Prix, by the way, for the Flock and Geese, and for the Goose himself, we will have a new MGU-H component and turbocharger, which is, I think, quite nice, considering. But yeah, so Verstappen is catching up. He's 1.5 seconds behind us, and I believe it is because of the tyre wear. And of course, the engine overheating is not going to help as well.
Our gap behind is 1.7 seconds.
But still leading the race pretty strong, considering the heat component problem and the turbocharger. Which is why our ERS is not exactly full, pretty much empty. Hamilton there's still a bit of a brief struggle between Hamilton and Russell. Hamilton takes position 3, And Leclerc and Perez are still fighting for position 5. Perez taking position 5. Ooh, bit of rivalry between going on here. This is quite nice. Okay, so Verstappen is literally showing the same point. We go onto the gravel again. No, the gravel is not to be messed with, you crazy goose. Lord, man, get it right. Alright, the people. Verstappen is under 1.5 seconds behind us, and we're into the final lap now as we go to turn 1 for the last time for the sprint race. If we make a mistake now, Verstappen's going to get P1. And that is not on our watch. It's the Spanish, it's Spain all over again. Because he was behind us all the way and he nearly won. He nearly stole it from us, actually. Yeah, Verstappen is now a second behind us. He is closing in under a second now. Here he comes. You can see him in the rear view mirror. He's thinking about it. He's he's going to try and do it. He's trying to do an upset. Here we go. On board with the cameras now as he's trying to go from the outside with the Goose for the final corner. And he takes the victory. P1! We won the sprint race. The Goose!
Yes, nice work, mate. You did a really good job today.
Second podium second P1 victory of the season. And we get a driver of the day as well.
Oh, a little bit of the bubbly.
Let's see what effect this result has had on the drivers' standings.
Max Verstappen should be pleased with his performance, making gains at the top of the table.
The grid is set then, so that just leaves the race itself. Join us tomorrow, where we'll be live with all the action. And until then, goodbye.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we started P1 and we finished this time in P1, unlike last time. So the top 10 for the Austria sprint. So there's us, the flocking Geese himself, the madman of Mordor, the Goose himself, starts position 1. Followed by the whining Dutchman himself, Max Verstappen, Sir Lewis Hamilton, Kings Lynn's #1 driver and ultimate ladies man, Georgie Boy Russell. Sorry, Ian, not, or Rockstar even, or Legos. Anyway, the true Red Bull driver, Sergio Perez, Monaco madman, Charles Leclerc, King Alonso, King's P7. Lando Norris P8, Valtteri Bottas in P9, and then there's the man Gasly in position 10. I hope you've enjoyed, even though there wasn't really much action in it. But make sure to like, comment, subscribe, check out my other channel, Tico Sprinter, and we will see you in part 2 for the Austrian Grand Prix. See you then.